Hey everyone, is this Samsung Odyssey OLED monitor actually worth the jump if you're serious about gaming? I've been testing the 27-inch LS27DG602SNXZA for a few weeks now, and honestly, the 360Hz refresh rate combined with OLED is something else. Link is in the description if you want to check the product details on Amazon. First off, the picture quality is next level. OLED blacks are so deep you almost forget you're looking at a screen, and the colors pop in a way that makes everything from fast-paced shooters to cinematic single-player games feel more immersive. I was playing Cyberpunk 2077 the other day, and the contrast between the neon lights and the dark streets made the city feel alive in a way I haven't experienced on even high-end LCD monitors. The 1440p resolution is sharp enough for a 27-inch screen, so you're not sacrificing clarity for that buttery smooth motion. Speaking of motion, the 360Hz refresh rate is wild. I've used high refresh monitors before, but this is the first time I've felt like I'm keeping up with every flick of the wrist in Valorant or Overwatch. The input lag is practically non-existent, and the response time is instantaneous, which means no ghosting when you're tracking fast-moving enemies. If you're competitive and play games where every millisecond counts, this monitor gives you a real edge. I also noticed that the stuttering and screen tearing are nearly gone thanks to AMD FreeSync Premium Pro, so even in demanding scenes, the gameplay stays buttery smooth. The OLED Safeguard Plus feature is a nice touch for longevity. Samsung's included a 6-year warranty specifically for the OLED panel, which addresses the usual concerns about burn-in. I've had OLED TVs before, and while I've never had burn-in issues, it's reassuring to see Samsung backing it up with such a long plan. The panel also has a low persistence mode, which reduces motion blur even further, making fast-paced games feel even clearer. I didn't notice any flickering or eye strain during long sessions, which is a big plus if you're someone who games for hours at a time. The stand is solid and adjustable, which is great because ergonomics matter. I can tilt, swivel, and adjust the height to get the perfect viewing angle, and the build quality feels premium. The bezels are super thin too, so it looks sleek on the desk. One thing I will mention is that the monitor is pretty heavy, so make sure your desk setup can handle it. It's not a deal breaker, but it's something to consider if you're planning to mount it on an arm instead of using the stand. The connectivity is solid with 2 HDMI 2.1 ports and a DisplayPort, so you're covered for next-gen consoles and high-end PCs. I plugged in my PS5 and PC without any issues, and the auto-switching between inputs works smoothly. The included cables are decent, but if you're using high-end gear, you might want to upgrade to certified cables for the best performance. Now, let's talk about the downsides. The price is steep. This isn't a budget monitor by any stretch. If you're not playing competitive games or you're more into single-player experiences, you might not need the 360Hz. Also, OLED panels can be prone to permanent image retention if you leave static elements on screen for too long, though Samsung's safeguards and the 6-year plan help mitigate that risk. It's not a deal-breaker, but it's something to be mindful of if you're the type to leave games paused for long periods. Overall, if you're a competitive gamer who wants the absolute best in motion clarity and picture quality, this monitor is a fantastic choice. The OLED display, 360Hz refresh rate, and AMD FreeSync Premium Pro make it a powerhouse for esports and fast-paced gaming. The 6-year protection plan adds peace of mind, and the build quality is top-notch. Just be prepared to invest in a good setup to match its performance. If you're still on the fence, check out the link below to see the latest pricing and details. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.